Use every treasure in a worthwhile way and become an embodiment of success. Today's topic is greater glorification through less expense. Any type of carelessness wastes your treasures. So do not waste anything, but increase tenfold from one. Bap Dada refers to this as greater glorification through less expense. This is increasing it. Another is wasting it. So become an honest soul who always uses your body, mind, and wealth in a worthwhile way. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi Ji.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Once again, we should underline the yesterday's talk that we spoke about yesterday. Baba said that you will make it successful, then you will get success. But till date, we were thinking about success. If the work gets successful, if the project gets successful. Yesterday, Baba said, no, your treasure should be complete, sampan. That is glorification, that is success. And one day it will become totally complete. And when the treasure becomes complete, will be fulfilled, then what will happen? Baba's revelation will take place, glorification. So with our completion, Baba's revelation will take place. These two things, since yesterday, have been rebounding in my mind. I think that sometimes we think that some announcement will be made, some publicity will happen, it'll come in the newspaper, but that will still be there somehow. But it doesn't mean with that method Baba is going to be revealed. 2-3 years ago, I can recall there was a very, very massive project in which there was, God has come, God has come, God has come on earth. That slogan really gave a lot of publicity to Baba's message, but there are many who say that the God has come. They say that, oh, many say that God has come, so this is just another one. So we should always pay attention to Baba's elevated versions, that if you, your thoughts, your time, your vani, your speech, your relationships, all of these are, if you can make them successful. What does successful mean? Worth a while way. If we use in worth a while way all these four, we do the service, but a service uses everything. But it is not important that it is successful also besides being used. So for that, to make it successful means with great understanding where we have to focus our time, where we have to implement the power, where I have to donate the virtues. We have to be sensible and we should use and make it successful. Then what will happen? Then as an end result, there will be success, which means like if we remain silent and quiet, or we are in silence and you did not do any reaction, then your power of the silence and peace will be accumulated, isn't it? But if you react, if there is an influence of the circumstances, when this all happens at that time, what happens? There is no success. It doesn't increase. The treasure doesn't increase. whether it is thoughts or of the time. It's a very, very subtle thing to understand. If I have to become complete, we can only, this is the only method by which I can reveal God. So every day we will get something that which is really good on that point, that if I can make it successful, then I achieve success. We have heard many slogans like this. We have heard this slogan many times, greater glorification through less expense. What does it mean? Many people are very squander a lot of money. They think a lot. They talk a lot. They consume a lot of time. But that doesn't accumulate for them. It goes to waste. So today Baba says expense should be less. Any kind of carelessness, it wastes the you should not waste that. Baba says you should increase it from 1 to 10, where you have to remain silent, where you have to remain quiet, where you have to use the power of tolerance, where you have to merge. So if we are not careless, then there will be a touching immediately. If we are careless, then many things will go waste. So Baba says, who Baba says, Baba says less expense means glorify, famous. Well, that one will be popular, famous, glorified. So Baba says, this is to increase your, and this is to increase, and the other is waste. So mind, body, and wealth, always making it worth a while is, you should become that honest soul. Baba says, if we are careless, yesterday Baba was giving a blessing. You can say it was a blessing. We were yesterday, according to the drama, we get a chance. We went to Ratan Mohini Dadi Ji. I had a very good blessing because you are not careless. Your screw is tight. It's not loose. So that's why it said that you are a great soul, something like that. It doesn't mean, sometimes some people are there, they keep on talking too much waste. Sometimes people say their screw is loose, but they say their screw is loose. There is a saying like that, which means, what means it by screw loose? It means carelessness. Doesn't matter. It'll happen. Baba will do. So Baba also does when fully we pay attention to the task that has been given to us. Then Baba helps. Not like that Baba's responsibility is there, he will do it. We do it. Baba has made us instrument, and it's a responsibility of God, Baba, but we are instrument. Each one should see, each one should observe. Keep the mind so clear. That way, with those kind of thoughts, there can be immense amount of service that can happen. So in your thoughts, it should be filled with Baba's light, Baba's might, Baba's love, Baba's love. So that will be full, and we can use that. What will happen when we use it? There will be no waste then. We can use it. So today's slogan, what you're going to remember? Less expense, and you become greater glorification. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Avyak Murli revision from 1969. Avyaktavani, the date is 15th of September 1971. The duty of the master sons of knowledge. Which are those subtle threads? It is not difficult for this group to recognize this. You know this, you accept this, and you wish this, so that what else remains? Which is the most subtle thread which starts a new bondage? After having become an enlightened soul, many gave their own ideas. Many gave their ideas. Note all of this. Note all of this. Everything that you note will be useful. Is there anything else? The Ganges and the Yamuna have come together in this group. This is the speciality, Visheshta, is it not? This is the speciality of this group at this time. Are the Ganges and the Jamuna not together? Saraswati is incognito. There is a deep significance about who the Ganges is and who the Jamuna is. The most subtle and the most attractive thread is of the one word, I. The word I, the word I, the word I is one that takes you beyond body consciousness, and the same word I brings you into body consciousness from being soul consciousness. I am a body. You practice trying to go beyond this consciousness, but this same word, I am so and so, I know everything, I know less than anything, I can do everything, I am doing this, or I am able to do this. I know what I am and what I am like. I know how I am tolerating everything. I know how I overcome all the problems. I know how I die and continue to move along. I know how I have renounced everything and am continuing to move along. Instead of a correct list of I, this wrong list becomes a subtle, attractive thread. This is the most subtle thread. This is the most Maheen, the subtle thread. Instead of becoming detached, instead of having love for the one Father, you then have love for one or another soul or object, whether it is love for regard, love for name, love for honor, or love for any special soul. So, in order to break this thread, in order to be liberated from this thread, what do you have to do? How can you transfer it? How can you transfer it? The responsible crowned group has been called here. You are the group that has imbibed the aim of responsibility. What else do you need? Are you egoless? Are you incorporeal? If you stabilize yourself in the incorporeal stage and become egoless, then you will automatically become viceless. You definitely become egoless, but you do not become egoless after having become ego incorporeal. You definitely become egoless, but you do not become egoless after having become incorporeal. You make yourself egoless for a temporary period with many yuktis, but you have to stabilize yourself in the incorporeal stage and then come into sakar, the corporeal form, to perform actions. Because this consciousness or practice does not become natural and the part of your nature. You're not able to constantly stabilize yourselves in the egoless stage. When someone comes from one place, he constantly has the awareness that he has come from that particular place. In the same way, you should constantly have the awareness that you have come from the incorporeal into the corporeal and are performing your task. Every now and again, whilst performing every action, practice the stage. So that by being incorporeal and then coming into corporeal sakar, you will definitely become egoless and viceless, irankari and nirvikari. You have this practice for a temporary period, but now transfer it for all time. You have developed disinterest. You have the attitude of disinterest, but now become this for all time and have unlimited disinterest. Otherwise, something limited will become an instrument to make you finish your attitude of disinterest. Acha, we will listen to the rest of the Murli tomorrow. Om Shanti.